Kev Townsend turned out to be the one person capable of rescuing Lewis Barton from captivity in Emmerdale. Yet he currently finds himself unconscious on Ross Barton's sofa after being struck by Ross. It raises an obvious question: what was he thinking? The man, known for his distinctive hairstyle and impressive lemon drizzle cake recipe, made his return after Liam Kavanagh informed him that Lewis had been abducted. Lewis is being held by Kylie, who has told his loved ones that he will only be released if Kev hands over Penny. Initially, both Ross and Liam assumed Penny was a person, but Kev later revealed that the name actually refers to a valuable diamond. He explained that the jewel had been left at a pawn shop, prompting Ross to throw him out and insist that he not come back until he had recovered it. However, outside the house, it became clear that Kev wasn't focused on saving Lewis at all. In reality, he already had possession of the diamond and had no plans to return it. Lewis's ordeal continued in the following episode as he remained confined inside a room at Kylie's home. The situation has left him in a deeply distressed condition. He has been taken to an unfamiliar location and is being held by someone he has never met after masked men forced him into the back of a van. To make matters worse, Lewis depends heavily on routine and structure, and being deprived of his normal daily habits has caused his anxiety to soar. During his captivity, Lewis began stimming in front of Kylie, a coping mechanism often used by neurodivergent individuals to manage emotions and stress. Unexpectedly, Kylie showed a degree of sympathy and wanted to make him feel more comfortable, although she remained firm on one point: she would not set him free. Back in the village, Kev eventually reconsidered his decision to keep the diamond. He arrived at Daleview claiming that he had successfully retrieved it from the pawn shop. With the item in hand, he effectively held the key to Lewis's freedom. Despite that, Ross suddenly struck him with a vase and knocked him unconscious. Ross then told a stunned Liam that Kev could serve as leverage during the exchange, yet the drastic action seemed completely unnecessary. Now that Kev has been taken out of the equation, Lewis is destined to remain in Kylie's captivity even longer. The longer his ordeal continues, the greater the concern over the condition he will be in once he is finally rescued. Charity is struggling to keep herself together after suffering a horrific sexual assault at the hands of Dr. Todd in Emmerdale. Dealing with such a traumatic experience would be overwhelming under any circumstances, but Charity is facing it entirely alone. She feels unable to reveal the truth, because doing so would expose the lie she told about being baby Layla's biological mother. To her family, her emotional outbursts and unpredictable behavior appear to be signs of postnatal depression. None of them know about the attack that took place in her own home, nor are they aware that she secretly went to the police to report the incident. They also remain unaware that Dr. Todd was released shortly after being questioned due to insufficient evidence. Since then, Todd has continued to taunt Charity, reminding her that she remains unable to bring her to justice. The trauma has left Charity unable to even look at the sofa where the assault occurred. To cope, she has been relying on sleeping tablets and alcohol as her emotional state continues to deteriorate. Her burden became even heavier when her granddaughter learned about the supposed postnatal depression and poured out her own feelings of guilt, adding further pressure. Meanwhile, her husband attempted to offer support without knowing the real reason behind her distress. Feeling overwhelmed, Charity lashed out before driving away from the village. As her worried family organized a search, she spent time by a lakeside confiding in a mysterious stranger about everything weighing on her mind. Now more vulnerable than ever, Charity is set to take a major step next week by informing the police that Dr. Todd had been blackmailing her. The decision is fraught with danger, but she believes it may be her only opportunity to hold her attacker accountable. However, the outcome is not what she hoped for. DS Reed agrees to record her statement, but explains that the blackmail claim will be investigated separately from the sexual assault allegation. The news comes as a crushing disappointment. Charity had hoped that combining both accusations would strengthen the case against Todd and finally force her to face consequences. Instead, she is left wondering whether speaking out was a mistake, adding yet another weight to her already heavy emotional load. With the christening fast approaching, Charity feels compelled to hide her pain behind a brave face, even as the strain becomes harder to conceal. Her husband can clearly see that she is falling apart. The question now is whether she will finally break down and reveal the full truth to him. Emmerdale introduced a mysterious newcomer tonight as Charity Dingle found an unexpected source of comfort, though the stranger appears to have a surprising connection to the village. Viewers are aware that Charity has disappeared in the aftermath of Dr. Todd's traumatic assault, leaving her family and friends deeply concerned about her whereabouts. During the episode, a new character named Serena Sugden made her debut, and her true link to the village is set to leave Charity stunned in future scenes. The drama began with Charity standing beside a lake, reflecting on everything that had happened in her life. Her solitude was interrupted when a woman emerged from nearby bushes after an awkward moment of being caught short. After introducing herself as Serena, the newcomer quickly sensed that Charity was struggling emotionally. She offered support and explained that she had previously worked with the Samaritans. However, when Serena gently placed a hand on Charity's shoulder, the gesture triggered an unexpected reaction, resulting in Charity slapping her across the face. Understanding the situation, Serena immediately apologized for touching her without consent. Charity's response then led her to wonder whether unwanted physical contact from someone else had been the reason she was standing by the lake in such distress. As the day went on, the two women sat together and talked openly. During their conversation, Charity revealed a huge secret, explaining that the baby believed to belong to Sarah and Jacob was actually her own child. She then confided in Serena about the blackmail and assault she had suffered at the hands of Dr. Todd. Charity admitted that she had already gone to the police, but her efforts had achieved little progress. She also disclosed that she had been pretending to suffer from postnatal depression in order to obtain medication. Feeling completely lost, Charity confessed that she could not see a way forward while Dr. Todd remained free from consequences. Before they parted company, Serena encouraged Charity to inform the police about the blackmail, believing it could strengthen the case against her attacker. She also advised her to tell Sarah and Mac the truth about Layla's parentage, insisting that honesty was the only path to healing. However, a major twist followed after their farewell. Once Serena climbed into her car, her satellite navigation system revealed that her destination was none other than Emmerdale Village. Upcoming scenes airing on Thursday will see Serena discovered snooping around Emmerdale Farm, where she is confronted by Sarah. Hints about the newcomer's motives suggest that her arrival marks the beginning of a significant new chapter for the Sugden family. According to insider information, Serena is expected to become a key figure in future storylines, bringing fresh drama and intrigue to one of the Dale's most iconic families. Yet questions remain over what has drawn her to the village in the first place. Sarah is left deeply unsettled by Serena's behavior and demands answers. While Serena has plenty to explain, it remains unclear whether she will reveal who she really is or continue hiding her true agenda. Emmerdale airs on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.